my name is Jamie Moss. I'm in the class ECCE 1103, Child Growth and Development at Chattahoochee Tech. My resources were the CDC milestones. They were also our book, Understanding Child Development. I used Chapter 6, Section 8A, and I used Chapter 7, Section 10. And I am going to be talking about infant and toddler emotional and social development. So babies need to learn how to regulate their emotions. Also, did you know that a mother's mental health is actually closely related to an infant's mental health? Also, they are able to show their range of emotions when they start to learn different skills. So they'll start showing more emotions when they start to crawl or walk or talk, things like that. Toddlers are influenced by adults as far as their social relationships. Also, did you know that they actually start to develop their social relationships with their adults and peers in their toddler stage of life? They also are able to recognize and regulate their emotions by labeling them. So now I'm actually going to talk and say some stuff about some of the milestones these kids would meet. So at 2 months, tries to look at parents, they begin to smile. So obviously that's when you start to see your baby start to get all smiley and giggly. So cute. 4 months, they like to play with people, and if those people stop, they will cry. They also copy facial expressions and movements. 6 months, knows familiar faces, likes to look at self in the mirror. I always love to put the kids, like in my class, in front of a mirror. We actually have it in the back that's near like a section of toys for them to look at themselves, because some of them do like it and they actually think they're playing with somebody else. It's kind of cute. So at 9 months, they have a favorite toy, and they also might be afraid of strangers. So this is a funny story. I had a kid in my class. He's not in my class anymore. He's actually in an older class now. But he was always afraid of parents, like any parents or even my bosses, like all of my bosses. He would cry. He would literally cry. He definitely had a big fear of stranger danger, and it's funny because since he's moved up, he's actually gotten a little bit better about that. So at a year old, they're shy or nervous about being around strangers. They also have favorite things or people, which actually relates to another story that I have. So I have 2 kids that are actually one, and I actually have another one who's younger, but they all favor towards me. So anybody else who walks in, they'll say hey, but they start to attach themselves to me. They're always attached to my leg or right behind me. It doesn't matter, even if I'm just changing a kid's diaper, they all seem to gravitate towards me. So you'll always notice that. You might be a favorite parent. That's something that kids might do. At 18 months, they may throw a temper tantrum, and they like to hand things as play. So this is not necessarily where they start to do parallel play, but it's something similar to that. So they like being near people to play, or people or kids, but they don't necessarily want to play with them again. So at 2 years old, they show more of a defiant behavior, and they're also more independent. This I cannot agree more with. My daughter, who's actually about to turn 3, but she's still 2 right now, she was always the queen of saying no. Everything had to be no. And I was like, why is everything no? I couldn't understand. But that was like her favorite term for probably a good, I want to say like a good year or so. And I thought we were never going to get out of that stage. Thankfully, we kind of have. She's actually started to say sure, or, and actually she is more independent. She still likes for people to get her dressed and stuff, but she does like to do some things by herself. So I'm so glad of that. 3 years old, they like to copy family or friends. They also like to take turns in games. So my daughter, who is actually about to turn 4, but she's 3 right now, this kind of relates to that too. She used to copy my dad or copy my mom all the time. Like, we would be sitting at dinner tables, my dad would say something, she would literally copy almost the same sentence. It was always cute. So I hope this actually helps you, and I hope this is a good something you would watch to kind of learn about social and emotional development for babies and toddlers. Thanks.